fromis_9's Baek Heon stars in her first solo pictorial since debut. Photos from fromis_9 member Baek Heon's solo photo shoot with Elle magazine have been released. This photoshoot is Baek Heon's first solo pictorial since her debut. The photos were taken for Elle magazine's February issue. After the photoshoot, when asked about her New Year's resolutions, she answered, "I'm thinking about trying a lot of different things. Like getting my driver's license, holding solo fan meetings, or having more concerts. Those are things I really want to do. Personally, I also want to try being an MC or acting." On January 17th, the idol group released their fourth mini-album titled Midnight Guest as their latest comeback. When asked about the track closest to her personal taste on the album, she chose the title track DM. The beat is exciting and bright, but the melody is more lyrical and sentimental, so I think it's appealing. "I want to emphasize that contradictory charm on stage," she said. When discussing her fans, especially those younger than her, she said, "I want to be a good example for them. When I hear them say things like, 'Oh Uni, you inspired me. I want to be like you, Uni.' Those words strengthen my resolve." IVE describes their personalities, trainee periods, music tastes, and more. IVE is the latest cover model for Cosmopolitan Korea. Following the girls' stunning photo shoot, the 6 members of IVE participated in individual interviews where they spoke about their personalities, trainee periods, and much more. Eunhyuk shared, "I'm a shy extrovert. They say that extroverts gain energy when they see others. I feel like that too, but it takes a long time for me to show a comfortable image to the other person. In terms of MBTI, Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, I am ISTP. I think this is what simply explains my personality best." She continued, "I thought that no matter where I went, I'd always be the youngest, so it's fascinating to have so many dongzings, younger sibling or friend, now. At first, I had a lot of concerns about how to approach my members as a leader. Rather than a leader that's like a friend, I wanted to become a flexible leader who is able to adopt the attitudes necessary in different situations. Regularly, we act as friends of the same age, but when we practice, I say what needs to be said. I've slowly found my own way, as a leader. In that process, I've gotten a lot of help from Gaeuluni, older sister or friend. I think it's better that I'm not the oldest. Even if I'm the leader, there are things I'm not familiar with, and there are times when I make mistakes. In those moments, Uni gives me a lot of strength." Regarding her free time, Eunhyuk commented, "Taking photos is my hobby, and I especially like using automatic cameras with film. Using manual is too hard. I've also been consistently studying English for a year because I want to communicate a bit more closely with fans overseas. I can't yet translate on stage, but I think I'll now be able to convey my thoughts on my own." Gaeul shared, "Since my trainee period was a bit longer than others, once I debuted, it felt especially new. Before my debut, I had a lot of worries like, will I really have fans? That's why the existence of our fans now is so fascinating, and I'm thankful. I'm also just thankful that I get to stand on stage. I always check all of my performance videos, and whenever I do that, all the hardships pass by, in my mind, and I find myself admirable for not giving up and getting to this point." She also shared some first impressions of her members, explaining, "When I first the members, Liz was especially memorable. At first, I thought she was a really quiet and calm person, but I learned that she's super funny and easygoing. However, when you look closely, she also likes to be alone and her thoughts are quite deep. I liked how her charms were continuously unpredictable. Ray and I are very emotional, so we're called IVE's Gamsung-ers." The interviewer asked whether Liz fits into that group too, and Gaeul responded, "Compared to us, Liz is more on the emotionally dry side. In order to enter the Gamsung-ers, you have to read poems and write letters, but she doesn't like things that make you cringe, so it's not going to work, causing everyone to laugh." Lastly, Gaeul added, "As IVE's eldest member, I want to become someone like a sturdy pillar for my members. I want to be an uni that my dongzines can comfortably lean on whenever. Even if there are hardships, I hope all 6 members can rely on each other and not crumble, so that we can continue to move forward like this." Ray revealed, I auditioned in Japan and a month later, I joined the team. I still can't believe that I've debuted. It also still feels like a dream that we have scheduled activities tomorrow. As the only foreign member, I want to become someone like IVE's Rainbow. A member who helps her team shine through various colors. My members call me Kim Rae, saying I'm good at Korean, but this is honestly all thanks to their help. Since we talk every day in our dorm, my speech improved right away. Although I'm away from my parents, my members are always entertaining me and treating me like family, so I'm not lonely. She added, my members say I'm random. They claim I often say things that hit the nail on the head. I think they look at that cutely, so I feel good too. When I'm alone, I listen to music or draw. These days, I've been drawing my members' faces on an iPad. I really like rap, so I often write rap lyrics too. I listen to a lot of R&B music and I really like Red Velvet and Lee High. In the future, I want to become an artist that can musically pull off various genres. When asked to pick her favorite Korean food, Rae made everyone laugh by saying, wild garlic. She added, I also like spicy foods like kimchi stew. I don't handle spice well, but there's fun in eating while blowing on it and saying, hot, hot. Jang Won-young shared, at the end of last year, I met with my friends for the first time in a while. It was the first time in so long that I was chatting with people my age, and I thought, since we're the same age, it's so comfortable. I like that I have many friends my age and IVE. Liz, Rae, and I were all born in 2004, so we're called the 04ers. As Jang Won-young and Eunhyuk have already debuted once before with this one, Jang Won-young explained, since my members are standing in front of a camera for the first time, there are often times when they ask me questions. It's such a relief that I'm able to answer them, and I feel good. In the future too, I want to let them know as much as I can. She continued, recently, I appeared on Lee Young-ji's YouTube channel, and even I was surprised at how excited I got. It was the kind of energy that only comes out around people I'm really close with, but it was honestly the first time I was meeting Uni. I realized that Young-ji Uni is amazing. Regarding her personality and likes, Jang Won-young commented, I think the fact that I know myself well is my greatest charm. I think that cherishing your strengths and maximizing them is the road to loving yourself. When I'm working, I have perfectionist tendencies. But when I'm resting, I play without any plans. Or I stay home all day and relax. In terms of fashion, I'm an all-rounder. There isn't just one style that I seek out. I like hip and lovely things, but what I think is the coolest is stylishly mixing and matching pieces of different vibes. Liz commented, I was born on Jeju Island and lived there until my 3rd year of middle school, when I became a trainee and moved to Seoul. With regards to that, I connect well with Rae. We have a sense of kinship because we both came from far away. She also revealed, I watched so many of Heon and IU's performances. As a vocal member, I want to convey all the different emotions within me just like them. I want to one day showcase powerful vocals. Regarding her music taste, Liz shared, I like listening to dance songs but singing ballads. I think ballads suit my voice tone well. Liz continued, at first, I was so nervous in front of the camera. It was to the point where I thought I wouldn't be able to go on stage. But with this recent music broadcast, I realized I was toying with the camera. She shared about her personality, I often hear from my members that I'm easygoing and funny, but I'm honestly not too sure. I'm very shy and the type to think a lot. If Gaewol and Rae are IVE's gamsungers, I guess I am half of a gamsunger. However, I like that I appear easygoing and funny because it means that I'm someone who has a positive influence on others. While living in a dorm with the members, we've gotten really close. Every night, we order chicken and chicken feet. These days, we've been hooked on nail art. We even do our own designs on nail tips. I'm not very talented with my hands, but even I think I'm pretty good at this. Lee Seo introduced herself saying, I'm IVE's Make-me, youngest, and the mood maker. When everyone's energy is a bit down or they need some encouragement, I'm the type to actively uplift the atmosphere. On the other hand, when I have concerns, I seek advice from my members. I'm not just saying this because it's an interview, but my unis are all really kind. Even though I'm this young, they treat me like a friend and look over me prettily because I'm the make-me. I want to become someone as mature and professional as my unis and not be foolish. She added, "When I was younger, I worked as a kids model, but now that I've debuted as IVE, I really feel like I've become a celebrity. I'm currently in the process of deciding that I have to become someone who isn't embarrassed no matter where their name is mentioned. In the future, I want to become a vocal who can pull off various genres. Since I haven't been able to showcase a lot yet, I think an advantage of my vocals is strength. It's more powerful than you'd think. These days, I'm hooked on R&B and pop music. I've especially been listening to Elle Varner's Only Wanna Give It To You on repeat." Lee Seo commented, "I often hear that I'm bold, which is out of character for a make me, but I think that's just my mind. I have a very confident mind. I practice my facial expressions and gestures often so that those charms can be shown." IVE's full photo shoot and interview will be available in the February issue of Cosmopolitan Korea. Super Junior's Eunhyuk confirmed to have tested positive for COVID-19. Super Junior's Eunhyuk has officially been diagnosed with COVID-19. On January 20th, label SJ announced that Eunhyuk had taken a rapid antigen detection test for COVID-19 for precautionary reasons. The result indicated that he might have COVID-19, so he went to get a follow-up PCR test as well. Later on January 20th, label SJ confirmed through an official statement that Eunhyuk had tested positive in the PCR test as well, meaning that he has officially been diagnosed with COVID-19. The statement reads, "Hello, this is label SJ. On the morning of January 20th, Super Junior's Eunhyuk seemed to have tested positive during a precautionary rapid antigen detection test for COVID-19. He went to the hospital to get a follow-up PCR test and was told this evening that he was confirmed to have tested positive." Eunhyuk completed his third dose of his COVID-19 vaccine in December, so he currently only has very minor symptoms. All of his scheduled activities have been put on pause, and he is resting safely while following the directions of the disease control authorities. We have confirmed that Eunhyuk had no recent close contact with any of the other Super Junior members. Just in case, however, all of the members and their related staff are being tested. Putting our artists' health and safety as our top priority, the agency will do our best to support Eunhyuk's speedy recovery. We will also faithfully follow the directives and requests of the disease control authorities." Eunhyuk recently filmed a guest appearance on SBS's Running Man, so all the cast members on the show will now be tested for the virus. Yoo Jae-suk and Ha-ha were in the middle of a shoot for NBC's How Do You Play? When they got the news and immediately went to get tested at a nearby testing center. The other cast and staff members of How Do You Play? Resumed filming after testing negative using self-testing kits. Wishing Eunhyuk a speedy recovery. What are your thoughts for this news? Share your thoughts with K-pop Radar on the comment section. And by the way, I'm really sorry if I pronounced name or title wrong. I hope you enjoyed the video.